By subscribing today, you get the Fisherman magazine every week, the chance to enter the Dreamboat Challenge, and unlock the great features of the new Fisherman website.
Hi, I'm Toby Lipinski, Managing Editor of the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, here today to show you how to take a standard Daiwa SP Minnow and beef it up so that it can stand up to the rigors of a big fish. Now, out of the box, the Daiwa SP Minnow is a great lure. It's taken really surf fishing world by storm the last couple of seasons. The one complaint that I have with the standard hooks and split rings that it comes with just couldn't stand up to a large fish. It's fine if you're fishing lighter tackle, not a problem, but some of the heavier surf rods that we use here in the Northeast, it just was getting tweaked. The split rings would get straightened out, the hooks would get straightened out. So what I did is I took a technique that I was shown by some of my friends that fish up on the Cape Cod Canal and modified the lure to accept basically a single treble hook on the belly. So what you want to do, you start off, you take your Daiwa SP Minnow out of the package, remove the hooks. You can use those on other smaller lures, whatever you want to do, set it aside. So you need to start off with one Daiwa SP Minnow. You need one size number 4H Roscoe split ring. Set that aside. I use VMC 6X trebles. Now, you can get away with a 2-aught for most part. Occasionally I will step it up to a 3-0, but generally I use a 2-0 on this setup. Next up, you need swivels, and I use the Spro Power Swivel, size number 4. It's the 130 pound. Alright. So there you have it. Those are your supplies. Additionally, you'll need actually a pair of pliers, standard needle nose pliers, some sort of cutting pliers to cut the hook, and nail polish. So what I do again, I begin by removing the hooks from the lure. Take them off, put them aside. You're going to take your treble hook and you're going to cut it. So you're going to basically make a cut hook. Now there's a description on how to do this on thefisherman.com. We've got an article on it. It's pretty simple. I basically just take any sort of nippers, sergeant pliers, anything with a solid cutting edge, and you're going to cut through the eyelet. Once you do that, you're going to take one of your swivels, open up that eye, and basically thread the eye of your cut hook onto your swivel. I've already got one set aside here and prepped, so it's all set. Good to go. We've got the hook with the swivel on it. When I close it up, this is where the nail polish comes into play. I'll coat that cut spot on the hook with the nail polish. This generally, if not prevents corrosion, it definitely lengthens the amount of time before it starts to corrode. So you don't, even though you've compromised the integrity of the hook, by adding the nail polish back to it, sort of takes care of that problem. All right, so you've got your hook prepped. You've got your split ring and you've got your lure. So what I'll do now, take the split ring, put it on the belly hook, connect it to the swivel, thread it on, and that's it. That's as simple as it is. You now have your SP Minnow with a heavy gauge 6X VMC on the belly. It can spin freely, so a fish cannot gain any torque on you. The hook with this configuration will not catch on the lip. I used to use a pair of split rings in here, and occasionally it would catch, but I found by dropping one of the split rings, going with the cut hook right onto the swivel, you eliminate that, and it's no longer a problem. When a lure is swimming through the water, that hook sits about 2/3 of the way back. I didn't find that I missed any fish that hit it in the tail. If you really wanted to, I guess you could add a Siwash if you want to the back. I've tried them with flags on the back. I've done all right, but generally my best success has come with just the standard Daiwa SP setup like this with the belly hook. It affords a few benefits by setting it up this way. One, when you get a fish, you basically got a handle. You can grab the lure. You're not worrying about that tail hook. You've got a solid hook, so you can just land them. Again, the fish cannot gain any torque. It can spin, do what it needs to do, and thrash, go crazy. You're not going to lose that fish. You'll probably end up saving 99% of your fish that otherwise might have popped the hooks because they could get leverage when they have the front and the tail hooks stuck in the mouth. This eliminates that problem. So that's pretty much it. Again, we use this in the surf up here in New England. I know guys that I've talked to and shown this method to on Long Island as well as New Jersey have done extremely well on it. Benefit, again, up in the canal, you've got the strong current, but you want to throw a smaller lure at times, still use heavy gear. It takes the issue of any straightened hooks out of there. So everybody I've shown seems to find this very successful. Works on a lot of other plugs. So give it a try this year. If you want to try out a smaller lure but put some heavy-duty hooks on it still, this might just work for you. So I'm Toby Lipinski, again, managing editor of the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines on the water.